What's going on? Nick here from virtualassistantassistant.com. Today, I'm joined by Daniel Ramsey from MyOutDesk.com. Daniel, welcome.
Thank you for having me today, Nick.
Why don't you give us the overview, the elevator pitch for MyOutDesk? What's it all about? Who do you serve and how do you do it?
That's a great question. Easy to answer too. We instantly scale growing businesses with indispensable virtual professionals. So one thing that is kind of a differentiator for us is we're a virtual professional company, meaning if you need sales, marketing, or operations folks, we should be your go-to kind of company for that.
Oh, okay. That's very subtle. Not a virtual assistant company, a virtual professional company.
Well, and here's the difference is, we started out, we were like everyone else, a virtual assistant company back in 2008. And so we were kind of the first ones on the scene. But as we were growing our client base and like what our needs were, we started serving the SMB market, small to medium-sized businesses. And they got more and more specific about what they needed. They were like, we need prospectors, people who are pounding the phone and doing outbound and inbound calls. And so what we realized is that wasn't an assistant job. We needed to go out and actually find professionals, folks that that's what they did for a living, help people grow their business. So that's kind of the reason for the shift. And it happened to us slowly because our clients demanded it.
Okay. And you've been at this for over 10 years. And my understanding was started in the real estate space. Is that still the main focus for you, or has MyOutDesk expanded to other verticals?
Yeah, so I hired my first virtual assistant back in 2007, and this is before, the 4-hour work week and the world is flat. Like I was actually doing this whole outsourcing thing in my own real estate practice, but like literally we had a dentist subscribe to our services the other day. I'm helping insurance brokers. I'm helping technology companies, marketing firms. So we've expanded outside of real estate, but if you're a growing company and you have need of, professional service, like help, that's why you should call MyOutDesk.
Is there a giant call center in Manila? Like what is the physical operation look like for somebody 10 years deep into this at the size and scale that you've achieved?
Well, you know what? Here's a cool story about you. And Nick, I don't think you know this, but somebody wrote a bad review on your site about us back, and I think it was back in 2012. This guy, he was a client and he got upset at us. And I love this story because it shows everybody who's listening to this, like our positioning, right? And what he said was, I like Upwork better than I like MyOutDesk, and it's because they have trackable software and blah, blah, blah. So literally after that post, I saw that post and I was like, hey, he has a good point. I'm going to build some. So we literally, back in 2000, I think it was 12 or 13, we started building our own software, and all of our folks, we have over 1,200 virtual assistants across the 7,000 islands in the Philippines. They all work remotely, but on our tech platform. So each one of them remotes in every single day to our client portal where we can do screenshots. We have an algorithm to make sure that they're working. We get to see their start of day and end of day reports. So we have a platform that our clients utilize to kind of help manage the relationship of, their virtual professionals.
Wow, that is an insanely large remote team. And you're right, I had no idea about that story. That makes me feel old. Like we've both been doing this for like years and years and years. Like 2012, man, it's back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay, so virtual professionals for growing small and medium-sized businesses. Everybody's working from home.
Yep.
What's the intermediate management layer? Like what does it look like if somebody comes to you and they want to sign up? Like what is the onboarding, or is it just like with that many people you're like, no, we have the exact person for your skills, she's over here? I'm curious, like how does the matchmaking process work?
I love that you're asking that question. Okay, so if you're listening right now and you're curious how to move forward with us, we do things very different from our competitors. Really, really different. We have something called a Double My Business strategy call. And what we're doing is we're helping the clients focus on their core competency, their strength. Like we all started businesses to do the thing that we love, right? And then as your business grows, you start doing paperwork, you start doing things that you hate. But the challenge is you can't stop doing that stuff. Otherwise, the business fails or has challenges. And so in that Double My Business strategy call, we're really going through like, what are your core competencies? What do you want to focus on? And what are the things that you need to get off of your plate so that you can actually grow and double? Once we establish the outcome, meaning the thing that you need to get rid of or the time that you would like to buy back, then we kind of craft an implementation plan specific to your business and specific to our virtual professionals. And that's kind of what differentiates us. And that sounds crazy, but literally, we have, I think we have 9 people on our sales team right now, and their entire job is to help onboard folks so that they do this correctly, and we're not wasting anybody's time, energy, or money. And our competition just says, oh, you want a virtual assistant? We'll give you somebody to kind of interview. And we have found that didn't work after serving 5,000 clients. So that's
1,000 clients.
Yeah, 5,000 clients. We've served 5,000 clients over the last 12 years.
Do you find people are mostly coming to you for part-time support, or are they like biting off like a full-time person or multiple full-time people?
You know what? We don't do part-time. That's another differentiator. And a lot of folks, so what happens, we're on this the entrepreneur's roller coaster of revenue. I don't know if you've ever heard that before, but we get really busy and we get a lot of sales, and then all the paperwork and administration and the marketing around that takes our focus away from sales and really growing our business. And that roller coaster is what we're trying to remove and eliminate. And honestly, turnover in a position is the enemy of scale, or having somebody leave your business is the enemy of scale. And so our focus is to help clients figure out exactly who they need in order to double their business. And what we found is our clients just didn't respect or appreciate the part-time help. They all needed full-time assistance.
That's funny. I was talking with John Jonas from Online Jobs .ph earlier this summer, and he said almost the exact same thing, like hire full time. It's this shift from, being the business doer to being the business owner. Like all of a sudden, like, I got to fill up 40 hours a week for this person. Like all of a sudden, all of these things that, I could delegate that. It's like, you made that argument too. Hire full time.
Well, there's a good point to it, because like as you're in your entrepreneurial journey, what happens is when you're new, you're always concerned about saving money, right? And as you grow a business, you realize time is more valuable than money. And that's a big shift for a business owner. And we want to be there once that realization has happened, where, I've got 2 little girls. I know you have a couple of kids. Time with your family, time to go to the gym, time to be in your community, that and growing your business becomes the 2 most important things in your world. That's when we want to kind of jump in and step in and actually help you grow your business. Yeah,
it's really empowering to be like, no, I've got somebody who can help with that, instead of like worrying about counting hours and all this stuff.
Exactly.
Well, Daniel, this is very good. Really appreciate you sharing the inside scoop on My OutDesk. Any special offers we can share with virtual assistant visitors?
Yeah. First of all, I love your audience. I love your people. If you come to our website from your website, we've actually got a tracking code, and we're going to give you $500 off your first month service, which is a big deal. Basically, we're relieving you of the kind of nervousness. Is this the right thing for me to do? And giving you a massive kind of free offer, to be honest. Yeah. So I hope that's compelling for your people.
That's absolutely compelling. $500 is $500. Thank you for that.
Yep. Perfect.
Anything else before we wrap up?
Well, what I would love your audience to do is just consider, how can I double my business? That's probably the most powerful question that you can ask yourself. And come to our website and get a consultation, and we'll help you through that.
Well, very good, Daniel. Thanks so much for joining me, and we'll catch up soon.
All right, Nick. Thanks.